Hit the button. We're live.
So you live?
Yeah.
Mama, how you live if you ain't here?
I got it on my special thing.
Oh, you about to start?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll get you ready.
Hit the button.
Y'all can hear everything.
We're live.
So you live?
Yeah.
Mama, how you live if you ain't here?
It heard everything.
Oh, you about to start?
Y'all some haters. Y'all can hear everything. It heard everything. Y'all some haters. Y'all can hear everything. It heard everything. Y'all some haters. Y'all can hear everything. It heard everything. Y'all some haters. Y'all can hear everything. It heard everything. Y'all some haters. Y'all can hear everything. It heard everything. Y'all some haters. Y'all can hear everything. It heard everything. No cold. Tearing me up. there, friend. Hey there. How are you? We're going to be starting in a minute. I kind of like to give people time to come in so that I don't have to repeat myself as we going through the stories. But if you can exclamation point fair use for me in the chat right now, you can get the ball started. Exclamation point fair use for me. And this story, these two stories we're going to be talking about today, wild, y'all. I mean, wild. I watched one of the well, I watched both, some of the court cases in both of them, but one of them, oh my God. When this go to trial, y'all, when it go to trial, the London Thomas case, oh my God. When this go to trial, because seemingly there is no, I'm going to just say it like this, there is no witnesses to the the crime. Try it again for me, friend. Don't put any other thing with your sentence. Just put exclamation point fair use. We're testing my system if you ain't found out by now. And then another line that says exclamation point hello. I know, me too. And that's why I wanted to do this one. Simply because I've been following some people and no, no, and no. So I said, you know what? We are going to uh all right now, the system is working. So if you are a if you're going to be one of our Friday night crime true crime participants, we have uh we do exclamation points and then words, right? And so if you can kind of remember these, especially the fair use one, because if you're my partner, you'll be putting that up for us every now and again. We're going to get big enough where we'll definitely need mods. But right now we have an electronic mod in the house. So the electronic mod will do the work until we have, 3, 4, 500 people in the room. Okay? So now we get to talking about people because we're going to have to do some talking. We don't know what's going on. We're going to do exclamation point rumors. Okay, cool. I knew you would be. I got something else I need you to do for me though, friend. Very soon. Very, very soon. It's a talent that you know how to do very good. And I'm gonna need your help real quick. Rumors run wild. What's alleged today could be verified tomorrow. These are all rumors, girl. We don't really know nothing. Even we watching court, it don't matter. Everything is alleged until it's not. I know. I'm so excited about some of the things I'm working on, and it's coming along so well. Um, I'm just still pumping along. All right, now we are 16 minutes into the hour, so we're going to get started with the story. I know other people are going to be joining us, but you know how people be joining late. They're going to want me to repeat myself. But anyhow, we're going to get started. Um, and hello, everybody. I'm here. I wasn't too far away. I was here the whole time, just watching y'all. Uh, and now y'all got to bear with me because my chat disappeared. Hold on. Okay, my chat is back now. Um, make sure that you hit that like button when you came in, right? Because it's different than over there on TT. If you came over here and you are one of my TT followers, it's different. Just hit that like button, and once you hit that like button, make sure that you know you're not the only person that want to sit up here and talk about true crime. Share it to your Facebook. Um, let your friends see what you over here doing. Um, and what have you not. We are going to be talking about some. Y'all give me a second here. Because I was trying to share out to my Facebook. You know, I don't want to ask nobody to do nothing I wouldn't be willing to do. Um, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so the first case I want to talk about, I don't even know if you guys have heard this case or not, but it's this guy up here, Isaiah Ross. If you heard of Isaiah Ross and the Isaiah Ross case, go ahead and put a one in the chat for me. If you didn't hear about it, put a two. That way I can stay up on what I know. Okay. Lauren. Girl, I mean, Lopkin. That's Low Pinky. Okay, Low Pinky. Anyway, Low Pinky. Lolo. That's your nickname in here, Lolo. Lolo, check this out. This guy, this story is so twisted. It's sort of like the other story, and that we're gonna talk about later about this mother and this mother and this son duo. They is they wild. They is wild. Anyhow, now Isaiah Ross, 18 years old at the time of this crime, or 17, because he was a minor at the time of the crime. Um, and he was a minor at the time of the crime, and he was accused of transitioning two people. That's the two people that's in the picture that I got over here, right? These two people. Lyric and Devin is their name. Lyric and Devin. These is kids. This is the one thing that kind of make me be like, man, these is kids. Devin, I believe, was 18 at the time. The girl, Lyric, was only 14 years old. This is what makes this such a tragedy, y'all. 14 years old. 18, 14. All of their lives are basically, well, two of them ain't here no more. They got transitioned, right? And this young man, as you can see, I say he got found guilty. But here's the twist: he didn't get found guilty to all of his charges. And the state ain't happy. So the state is going to retry the case. So he's gonna retry the case. They're gonna retry the case for Lyric because I go ahead and ruin the whole thing. Lyric had a split jury. They could not come to a agreement on whether or not he did the said crime. Right? So let me tell you the story. One day, Mr. Isaiah is at home just chilling. He gets a Snapchat from Mr. Devin, and Devin tells him in the Snapchat, "Do you want some free buns?" Free buns. Now, just saying free buns, y'all, for real, for real. If you just say free buns, do you know what that is? Cause as an adult, as a grown adult, I still know what that means. Like it just come out like free buns. Like if I seen that in a kid's phone, I would automatically, my mind is dirty, I guess. Would your mind automatically go to thinking like they about to do something they ain't got no business doing? Especially because, well, I guess one of them was 18, so he was an adult, and Isaiah was an adult too, like 17, still in high school type thing. So an adult too. He got caught quick, y'all, too. He from North Carolina. They from North Carolina. I don't know what that means, Draco. I messed something up. W stream. I don't know. I must have did something. Lauren, can you hear me? I mean, Lolo. Lolo. Can you hear and see me? Oh, okay. So good. So they from North Carolina. That's crazy, right? Cause hey, that's my hometown. But these kids, so um Isaiah get a text from Devin that say, uh, do you want some free buns? Hey, 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 me. And so Devin say, so Isaiah say, yeah, cool. What I need to do? He said, well, you need to get us a ride. So Devin takes his mom's car. Uh, Michelle, have you heard of this case? The Isaiah Ross case? He just got convicted like a couple of days ago. This happened a couple of years ago, but he just got convicted. Um, so now this is all on Snapchat. I don't have no Snapchat. But what I do know about Snapchat, Snapchat has these disappearing messages, right? This story, wow, huh, Michelle? So these disappear these disappearing messages that they have, um so this is part of the part of the story. Even though they were able to recover some of the messages, so they know part of his story is absolutely true. That Devin did call him, and Devin did ask him, did he want free buns? So he ends up going to pick Devin up. He says during his testimony that he did not know that it was only one girl. Oh, okay. He was doing it. You see, I'm in training. Lucky only my family on here. So you get you get so so they got some of the messages. So the free bun messages, come pick me up. I'm gonna try what I could do to get a car. He ended up stealing his mom's car. So he say. But I believe his mom used to let him drive the car, unlicensed and all. I just think he didn't want to snitch his mom out. I think that he just said he took his mom's car without her permission because he didn't want to get his mom in trouble because he done really messed up already. So he took his mom's car. That's my opinion, right? So exclamation point fair use. Because this is that part, all that I said was just my opinion. Exclamation point fair use. Because they're gonna retry this guy again. So this is still an open case, basically. They finna retry him for the split jury over lyric. He picked look now. He picked he picked a girl up, and he picked the boy up. They picked the girl up. He said that is when he realized, because then Devin say, "Hey, do you mind if I go first?" He said that's when he realized, yeah, that's when he realized that um it was only one girl. So he said he didn't even know that he was only going to pick up one girl. He just knew that it was free buns. So he was going to get the free buns. The story sound believable because of the Snapchat evidence. That part is believable. Do y'all think that part is believable, what I just said? If y'all think that part is believable, just that one part, that he basically got tricked to go pick up one girl when he thought there may be two, especially because apparently they had never done this before. This is not something they did, which was pick up girl and go. This is something Devin cooked up. This is what I believe happened, really. This is my opinion. Devin cooked this up. The lyric didn't know nothing about it. Lyric didn't know nothing about it. Devin cooked this up. And to me, Isaiah lost it over free buns. That's if you ask me, that's what happened. And that's that. But Devin cooked it up. Huh, Michelle? Devin cooked this up. You can tell. So after they get to the spot, this is what Isaiah testifies to, right? Because there were other people that testified in this case too. One of his friends has said he told them another story about being in the car and having that didn't make no sense, honestly. I don't even know if that if the friend witness, the one that was kind of like in a relationship with him but not in a relationship with him. Michelle, do you recall that witness? Did you watch any of the testimony? Because that witness, his story didn't make sense. When I was listening to him, I was like, I don't know, because they was in a relationship, and the way he was trying to act like he we no, they was in some type of relationship, and I think he wanted to distance himself from him after all of this, because at the end of the day, whatever that story is he told did not make sense. It didn't even make sense to him. And that's why he was saying he didn't believe it, because it didn't make sense to him. But I think that he made that story up, and then he realized that story don't make no sense. So I better say it didn't make no sense to me either, because it don't make sense. But I got a little cold, y'all. So it just didn't make sense. But anyways, he told some way story. So I'm only telling the story that Isaiah said from the stand, right? Isaiah he then says, because he testified for probably about 2 hours, just without the cross-examination, by himself. And he said that After they got to where they got to, and they, the girl, Lyric, and Devin had the relations, he says that at that time, he hears Devin and Lyric arguing. Like he hears them arguing about something. And whatever it was they was arguing about, this is me again. Now, you know, exclamation point rumors in the chat, right? Exclamation point rumor in the chat. All this stuff, it in allegations we trust. We don't really know. But anyhow, they was arguing about something. I believe from my own thought process was when he was trying to convince Lyric, who didn't know anything about these free buns that was being offered up, to sleep with his friend because his friend got the ride. That is what I believe sparked it all, because she was saying, ain't no way. I didn't come here for that. Look, I'm not loose. You know, I'm not loose. And I came here because I like you. And you is 4 years older than me. And y'all, but I ain't no dummy. So the part about them having intercourse and all that, there's evidence of that. So that happened. He then says that after arguing back and forth with the girl, this is why I believe the jury got split. Because the same reason I think that Devin did set this up. So Isaiah put her transition on Devin, saying that Devin is the one that transitioned Lyric. Yep, y'all. Yeah. And then he said he did transition Devin, but he had to transition Devin because Devin threatened him also not to talk about what had just happened. Do that sound wild? That sound wild, y'all. Wild. He said it was self-defense. He said, I did not transition Lyric. I transitioned Devin. But if I didn't, he was going to do me. That's basically what he said. Oh, Lord. Look, Lolo. Lolo. When I started watching this case, I was like, for real? For real? And I knew it. At the beginning, I said, I don't know if they're going to convict this kid because there was nobody there but them three. And the evidence, or whatever the case may be, they said they lied. This is why I believe that the evidence of him supposedly laying them out execution style couldn't have been true, because then the jury would have discounted everything he said and said, he just got mad. Like y'all had me steal my mama car, if the stealing of the car is true, right? Y'all had me steal my mama car or borrow my mama car. It's barely any gas in it, because he said that. He said, I got to put gas in the car. And I don't get no free buns. Y'all tricked me. But hold on to this. Hold on to this hat. The weapon wasn't his. It was Devin's father's, allegedly. because they never found the weapon. But Devin's father admitted to his weapon being gone. Same caliber and all this other different, but they really don't know. They never found the weapon. So they don't know if it was the weapon that Devin took from his dad or not, which I believe Isaiah is probably kicking himself in the butt for whatever he really did do with the weapon, because the weapon probably would have helped him even more. Because it would have put the weapon, free buns is wild. But look, Lolo, when I heard it, I didn't even need, because when I heard it, and then the prosecutor say, well, what does that mean? I knew immediately. I said, I must got a dirty mind or a kid's mind. Because as soon as he said it, I was like, they talking about sex. Free buns. And you ain't got to pay for it. You ain't got to go out no date. You ain't got to, nothing. It's just, you going to get the hit. It's like, what's that song? It ain't no fun if the homie can't have none. That's what that was. That is exactly what that was. And so, y'all, what y'all think? What do y'all think? Because there was a lot of evidence in the case, but what do y'all really, really think? Y'all think a jury can find this boy guilty of that? Can they use the fact that he was already convicted of Devin's, and he got second degree on Devin? So do y'all think that he could? Do y'all think that? First of all, do anybody know if when they retry him, can they let the jury know that he's already been convicted of this crime? Or no? Because to me, I think that's really gonna make the point. Okay. Yeah. No, but when I tell you the trial is over now, right? And well, they're gonna retry him for the split, for the lyric. They're gonna retry him for the lyric one because they split. But I'm telling you, I really truly understand why they split just from watching it and watching the different testimonies, because you don't know really. And if if he really did have a choice, he said he didn't have no choice over Devin, but he really did, because he said Devin gave him a choice, which was not to say anything and everything would be cool. Okay, I'm not saying nothing. Everything is cool. And then I'm going to the police. I mean, because he is just a kid. And all you had to do was do it that night. You had all the evidence in your car. But all the stuff that he did afterward, y'all, was he had tried to run. I mean, all kind of stuff. Say it was another reason, but he tried to run and all of that. And Devin, he got found guilty for second degree for Devin. Well, it's going to be a retrial for the lyric part because, okay, so in this trial, on the roads with the roads, in this trial, both he was being tried for both of the crimes, like both of the transitions. They happened at the same time. They happened at the same time. He went and picked Devin up because Devin promised him free buns. So they go pick Lyric up. They go to this secluded area. Devin and Lyric have the relations. Then they get in an argument. This is according to him. They get in an argument. And when they get in an argument, Devin is the one that transitions Lyric. And then he says, look, he told me, can I keep quiet? If I say anything, he gonna take me out too. All of these different things. So I become scared for my life. So then I transition him. But it was self-defense. That is his claim. In a nutshell. Things didn't go as planned. Lolo. Things did not go as planned. I'm telling you. Devin thought that he was going to be able to talk this baby because she was 14, y'all. If y'all was here from the beginning of the story, then y'all heard me say she was 14. Devin was 18. Isaiah was 17. He was also a minor at the time this happened. Lyric, I believe Devin thought Lyric was about it or loose, but she wasn't as loose as she appeared to be. She liked Devin. Lolo, she was 14 and she liked Devin. And so when Devin came with that free buns thing that he promised his friend, she was like, That's as much as the story that I believe. The rest of my conjecture is exclamation point rumors. Exclamation point rumors. It is alleged, y'all. What I allege happened is this. He got mad, Isaiah Ross, at the lie, at the no free buns, and he took it too far. He took it too far. And that's that. I think Devin made a very bad choice in bringing his father's weapon. 14, Caucasian. You know what? I don't know that he did though. Lolo. I do not know that he didn't know that she wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Because he knew that she was willing to do with him. So I don't know whether he thought that she wouldn't or not. Because why would you tell your friend who got to steal their mama car? Come on. Or get a car, because you know he don't have a car. You know he don't. He getting rides from everywhere. You know he don't have a car. You are familiar with him. You're his stepdad's cousin. You guys been hanging out. You know he don't have a car. So you know he got to get a car from somewhere. So he promised free buns because he thought he could deliver, if you ask me. He thought he could deliver. If you ask me, he thought he could deliver. And that girl was like, no, not today. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And so 2 days ago, when they said they had a guilty verdict for the Devin, no, I'm sorry, not a guilty verdict. They said they had a verdict for Devin, but not for Lyric. Y'all, at first I thought, oh, he might be getting off. He might be getting off because he didn't get the highest charge. He got second degree. Because there's something about what he said. And when he was on the stand too, that's another thing, y'all. When he was on the stand, Isaiah Ross, he was believable. Like he had a demeanor about himself that made him seem believable. to me. I just knew the story was like bogus, but he did seem believable. You know how you could just be like, oh, yeah, I could go for what he's saying. I knew part of it was true. But I really do believe all the way up into the argument, that's when, boom, that's when I think that he just, because I don't see, I just don't see somebody taking it that far. You know, I could even see slapping her up or doing something to her for lying or not doing what I want you to do or saying, oh, well, I ain't gonna talk to you no more. I'm gonna spread a bunch of rumors because we're all in high school, right? I could see that. But that was just transition, both of them, y'all. Both of them. That's right, y'all. Join my Discord too. Y'all join my Discord. I'm gonna send it to y'all. I don't know how to do it on here, but because I didn't ever hook it up. But I was supposed to hook it up and then my link was supposed to come up. My bad. But join my Discord because that's where we gonna be finding the cases at together. To the ones we gonna do on here on Friday nights, right? Okay. Um, yeah, that remind me. I gotta do that. Somebody gotta go get the link and then put it on my, cause I got a friend that's helping. It's a robot. It's my own personal robot, y'all. So that's that one. And I will be updating y'all once everything gets back together because in 3 days they're gonna tell us when they're gonna go again on this young man. He has the same attorney apparently. The attorney says he does believe he will be representing him again for the retrial of Lyric, the young lady, the 14-year-old baby who transitioned because of his acts. Apparently he emptied the clip too. It was like overkill type stuff. Now, y'all, this is the case that I'm going to be following the whole trial, y'all. As soon as the trial come on, I am going to be watching this. I am going to be taking notes. I'm going to make sure that we are in the know of this trial. Have y'all heard about this daggone mama and son duel? The London Thompson case? These two characters right here, the mother and son charged in London Thomas's murder. Y'all heard about this? Who heard about this? If you heard about this case, put a one in the chat for me right now. I'm gonna give y'all an expert of that. I mean, a little news clip of that case before we start talking about it. But if you heard about this case, put a one in the chat right now. Just get it in there. Yeah, the Isaiah Ross case. Yeah, I'm gonna keep up with it. I'm gonna keep up with it too because they're gonna retry him. They said that when after they sentenced him, she sentenced him to 25 years for Devin. They immediately he's gonna appeal it, and they're going to retry on the other count. You don't think so? Lauren, you about to be floored over this next one. You ain't heard of this one either. Lolo, 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 Lolo. You about to Lolo, Lolo, Lolo. You is about to be like, what? Yes, Lolo. This is a horrible case right here. This, part of this is, do y'all notice that all these cases, before I go any further into the new case, though, because we're going to talk about it, and y'all going to be like, what? Have y'all noticed a lot of these cases is really like young kids is involved in this different stuff? You ain't heard of this case either, me? You about to be floored. Um, they babies. They be young kids. Cause this boy ain't nothing but 23. He looked wild. His mama looked wild too, but you know, um, and allegedly, they got some mental issues. You could just tell. Like, I don't know. Allegedly to I don't know, but that's just what it is. That's how it looked to me. They got these little fluttery eyes. They blinking off 5,000 because they just had the preliminary exam on them, and that was wild. That's where I got all my information from. Man, I'm telling you, though, that man, oh man, oh man, it's wild. But um, at the end of the day, him and her. I can't believe it. But I tell you this off top: if she don't have nothing to do with it per se, like she didn't do what they're claiming she did, so to speak, like involved in it, and the only thing she did was try to help cover it up, she crazy. Cause I wouldn't have did it. I would have been like, no, you messed up. You messed up because of everything. Everybody knows she was here. No, 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 no. Wild. Um, so I hope y'all don't see all those blocks and stuff. Oh, okay. Um, this is basically what I want to show y'all. Um, wait a minute. I shouldn't have never did that. Y'all, give me a second. Uh, give me a second. I'm gonna I'm gonna have to do something. Hold on. Then I'm gonna bring it back up. Okay. Now I'm gonna bring it back up, and then I'm gonna let y'all hear about the case before we start talking about it, really quickly, or y'all gonna get to see. Okay. Here we go. Make sure you let me know you can hear everything. Okay, hold on. Okay, so something went wrong. Y'all can't hear me. Okay, hold on. Some, some, something went wrong. Hold on. Okay, something went wrong, y'all. Where I couldn't, where it wasn't playing the video for y'all. Um, that's stupid. Wait a minute. Hmm. You know what can go wrong will go wrong. I just had this all working. Like it was all working. And now it don't want to show y'all the video when it was working for sure. It was working for sure. Working for sure. Okay, I don't know how I could get y'all to hear it. It's not working. Okay, I don't know how I could get y'all to hear it. It's not working. Yeah, I don't know how I can show it to y'all. It worked, but then it won't do it no more. Okay, I don't know how I could get y'all to hear it. Y'all, thank you for hanging with me. I'm gonna figure this thing out. I'm gonna know how to do this in a minute. It got something to do with. Yeah. Yeah. Lolo, it is. It is Lolo. I can hear it. The only way I think maybe.
What he's basically asking you to do, Your Honor, is just go off of what this young lady said, who, again,
Well, now to a major development in the case of a missing teenager, London Thomas.
Today, a judge ordered London's ex-boyfriend and his mother to stand trial in the 17-year-old's murder.
And in a stunning turn, the judge even added the charge of first-degree premeditated murder for both mother and son. 7 News Detroit reporter Brett Cass was in the courtroom with reaction from London's family, who listened to new disturbing details in this case.
After hearing new evidence, Judge Sabrina Johnson bound over 24-year-old Jalen Pendergrass and his mother, 49-year-old Charla Pendergrass, on new and more severe charges in the death of Jalen's former girlfriend, 17-year-old London Thomas. Originally charged with second-degree murder, the two are now facing first-degree murder, along with charges for unlawful imprisonment and evidence tampering.
Emotional. Just one small step towards justice for London and our family.
London's mother and family members sat in the Inkster courtroom hearing hours of excruciating testimony. First, London's sister testified that she dropped London off at Jalen's home on April 5th. Then Lanijah Wilkerson, another former girlfriend of Jalen's, testified that after London went missing, Jalen sent her specific song lyrics to hear.
What was the lyric he wanted you to listen to?
Put the on the truck, our family never see her again.
Lanijah also testified that later on, Jalen told her that on the night of April 5th, London and his mom got into a physical fight at his home. He had beaten London and tied her up, and then his mom allegedly told him to get angry.
His mother told Jalen that?
Yes,
Did she tell him did he tell you that she told him anything else?
together.
Okay. So what did he tell you that he did in response?
He told me that he pulled her off the bed, he stood her up, he grabbed the belt, and he strangled her until she fell.
Another key witness, a friend of Charla's, was allegedly given the large plastic tote containing London's
Yeah, it
body.
is supposed to
Did
be
she say that she
planned,
wanted you to
but
do something with the
I
toad?
don't know
She
how to
told
make
me
it
to
do
get
it.
rid of it, to burn it.
She said to burn the toad?
Yes.
I don't know how to
He
make
instead
it
had a lawyer contact police with the tote's location in the trunk
It's
of his
supposed
car
to
in
be,
Southfield.
like,
And inside the
mirroring
bin,
my
police found
desktop,
London's body
but
tied up and bruised. And the prosecution said evidence
was
shows
doing it
Jalen's
earlier,
DNA
but
was
now
likely on the handles.
Everything shocked me. How the story unfolded, how what they did to her.
But the defense called Lanijah's credibility as a witness into question after she testified she and Jalen both took drugs and were drunk during that alleged confession, while the prosecution defended it.
so what he's basically asking you to do, Your Honor, is just go off of what this young lady said, who, again, was high when she did this.
That information could have only come from somebody who was present when it happened, and that lends her testimony credibility.
And in the end, the judge approved those new charges, and the case moves on.
First degree murder, that's good enough for me.
In Inkster, Brett Cast, 7 News, Detroit.
So I know.
A Detroit judge finds herself on the wrong side of the bench tonight. The
So
feds have charged 4 people.
So thank you for hanging with me on there. I know I'm going to figure out how to be able to show y'all the video and everything. You know, practice makes perfect. So that's all I could say. And I know I don't know how to do it. But did y'all hear did y'all hear what I'm talking about? That's all I'm saying. Did y'all get to hear where we at? Oh. So did y'all get to hear? Okay, that's what I'm saying. Now check this out, y'all. Check this out. Out of everything, y'all gotta hear me, and y'all gotta hear me real. This is how wild this is. Now, you heard what the girlfriend said that he told her he did. And that it was all sparked by the mom. And so, what her sister testified to was dropping her off there. Her sister said, "Yes, I dropped Lyric off." Now, this is the whole like wild story, and I know these is kids. I just don't remember being this much of a kid when I had kids. I kind of grew up, and the sister had took Lyric to this man's house at about 3 a.m. Her boyfriend, and her baby, 5-month-old baby. After they had chilled at the house, she's supposed to have been taking her little sister home, but her little sister said, "Oh no, can you take me over to this character house?" She had stole his phone earlier that day or something. They had got into some type of argument, and when he told her to leave, she left, and she had stole his phone. So this is what this is all sparked over. Snapchats and phones, y'all. Snapchats and phones. Free buns and phones. So she drops her little sister off there, and at first they wasn't even answering the door. He didn't even answer the door. He ended up calling and saying, "Is that, London outside?" And the sister was like, "Yeah, let her in." The sister was like, "Let her in." And so she ends up getting in. But here's the tricky part to it. They really don't know if she got in or not. They really don't know if she got in or not. Yeah, hit that like button, y'all. Come on. And share it to y'all Facebook. Come on. Somebody gonna come in and chill and talk with us, right? And so what part was out? Okay. Oh yeah. So they don't know if she really got in or not, but they know she got in, so to speak. They didn't see her get in, but they know she got in. Because later on she FaceTimed, she showed that she was in, but he was trying to tell her to leave. Like, get out. I don't want you here. But she was saying, well, they left me. How am I going to leave? And they left me. Later on down the line, the mother tells, when they come back looking for her, because that's where they dropped her off at, now she's missing. Her phone is pinging somewhere. The mother tells the sister that she offered her a Uber, but she didn't want it, and she just went off walking. She just left off walking. Now, why would you leave off walking and your sister just dropped you off? So we know that didn't happen. Here is the strangest part of this story, y'all. When I'm about to tell you the most strangest part of this story. You remember when they said in the news, did y'all hear the little news thing where it said that she ended up giving the tote to her friend? They put London's body in a bin. And then she called her friend, who she was dating or not dating, they were on and off, to hold the bin for her. Now, he ain't too bright, first of all, because they gave the financials. Over a 2-year span of time, he gave this woman probably $15,000, $16,000. And he said more than that. But this is what they found out about him. He basically was trying to get back in the mother's good graces. He never asked what was in the bin, he claimed. He kept the bin from like April the 1st. Let me get my notes. Because I made some notes on this one, because this is wild, y'all. He kept the bin. He kept the bin from like April the 7th to April the 24th. This man had this bin. The bin, he said when he got the bin, first of all, he said she wanted to meet him. So they met. When they met, she said that she had a bin that she wanted him to hold. But she didn't want to exchange the bin in public. Thank you, Lolo. She didn't want to give the bin in public at all. She wanted to give the bin to him in private. So they went to a car wash. You know how one of them undercover car washes where you put your car in, but you're like one of them old school car washes where you standing outside of the car wash. That's where you at. You out there doing something outside the car wash. And when their cars was coming through being washed, after it get to the end where no one can see, that's when they exchanged the package. I said, well, then right there, you knew it wasn't nothing in there. You knew it had to be something. Like, why do you, first of all, it's all taped up, he say. You don't want to give it to me in public. And this girl missing. That was reportedly at your house last. I'm sitting here listening to this guy's testimony like, he ended up getting some type of immunity though. Because he's an accessory after the fact, and the police know that. Exclamation point rumors. But the police knew that because the story did not make sense. You mean to tell me somebody gave you a wrapped up bin, a taped up bin in this day and age, and people are saying there is a missing girl that was at their house? Let me tell you what the defense is about to do with this man. The defense is going to put it on him. He's going to be the reasonable doubt for this whole case because he's dumb. The witness had been knowing Mrs. Pendergrass for 20 years. They had an on and off relationship for 20 years. It's not adding up. But I'm gonna tell you, if I'm lying, I'm an attorney right now. If I was an attorney, he would be my reasonable doubt. He's a big liar. It doesn't even make sense for someone to take a tub all wrapped up and keep it for 2 weeks. And keep it for 2 weeks. Right? That doesn't make sense. And then he says that, so finally, they made him seem. Sorry, everybody. I was supposed to put my phone on silent before I started my show, and I totally forgot. But they made he just didn't make any sense. He just didn't make any He just didn't make any sense that he just would take a tub. Like in this day and age, who would do that? Like who really would do that? Lolo, the GOAT, Michelle, like who would you take one? Anybody on here? Somebody rolled up, your friend you've been knowing for 20 years. A girl is missing. Like, come on, it gotta make sense to you. A girl is missing, telling you to take a tub that's all taped up, talking about you only need you to keep it for a couple of days. A couple of days pass, you still got this tub. This girl is still missing, and you got the tub, and this lady don't want to take the tub back from you. And then she calls you and tells you to bury it, throw lights on it, and burn it. That was his testimony. Y'all got to be kidding me. Because who would do it? I'm just trying to figure out who. Because I don't care if I've known you 40 years, 50 years. Shoot, on the roads with the roads. Look like y'all not on here no more, but when I've been knowing her, I've been knowing them 30 years. And they could not give me a taped up thing, talk about hold it. And I knew also that there was somebody missing. And I kept it for 3 weeks almost. He kept it from, he said he got it on April the 5th. And he did not say anything to anybody until April the 24th. That is when he got scared, because they started coming more and more to search those people's houses. He had the tub the whole time. He let that baby, she was 17, sit in the tub the whole time. He had the tub. And then he called the lawyer and said, this lady done got me into something. Let me tell you something to go. I would have not took it. I would have not took it. There had to have been a stretch coming out of it. I think it was all over being with this lady, because apparently he said, okay, he said, so why, if y'all was off, why was you meeting with her? He said, well, I was just trying to be a man. That's what he said on the stand. Because the lawyer asked him, if y'all was in an off stage, because you say y'all have this on and off relationship, why would you meet her? Why would you leave work to meet her and talk to her and go to the car wash and excluded places and all this place? He was like, well, I was just trying to be a man. So what does that mean? He'd already gave her, they brought out his financials. And he said it, because the defense attorney said, haven't you approximately given in the last couple of years, like 2 years, couple of years, not 20 years span period, but the last couple of years, giving her about $15,000? He said, yeah, probably even more. So, and I know that's not a lot of money, but look at them. That's a lot of money. You got a sugar giving you look, that whole Celeste case is a whole other thing. That's what I'm like. But do you see that they getting younger and younger? Because the Celeste girl, she ran away. She was 13 or 14. These be older guys. And it's normalized now. I really do think it's normalized where, it used to then be this normal, like this right here. Not like how it is now, but this is really, really normal, especially in this age range. You'll usually find a older man, 30 or so, 40 or so, wanting to talk to 18 or barely 19 type gals. But most 18, 20-year-old men do not like to go with somebody that close to their age. That's not legal. Not that this is a new phenomenon. That's what it is. But yeah, it is just as crazy as that daggone Celeste case we talked about last week. These people is wild. And I'm telling you, that guy friend that she got, he got the deal of the century because he's an accessory after the fact for sure. And they should have, I think maybe, I understand why the prosecution gave him the exemption or whatever you call it. Okay, yeah. So my friend and I didn't talk about it behind her back. Let her and her husband and somebody bring me some type of taped up tote talking about holding it, and somebody is missing, and the last place they was at was over there at her house. I'm gonna be like, I'm sorry, friend. I don't want that. I don't want it. I'm sorry, friend. Look, I ain't gonna open my mouth though. I'm not gonna snitch you out. Look, I'm not gonna snitch you out, but I don't want it. I wouldn't tell on you though, dog. I wouldn't tell on you. But you would have to do your own little dirty work on the whole thing. Look, come on. I wouldn't do nobody like that either. I wouldn't even do anybody like that. If I did something like that, I'm telling you, I would do like, because y'all that know me know I got a brother that's like, I'm going to do it alone. I promise you. I'll have my own shovel. I have my own everything. I would not let my friends involved in it. Like, no, once another person know, you done. Because at the end of the day, you know what? Because nobody was there, and apparently it wasn't a gruesome thing where there was anything left. Nobody really know. If they would have handled it themselves, they probably would still be out. It might have took this would have been a cold case before they found them. This would have been a cold case. Yep. But it was because they gave that tote to their friend, to the friend. And the friend is horrible too, if you ask me, because why would you hold the tote for that long? You knew this baby was only 17 years old anyhow. And I wouldn't care if it was a person that was 60, but I'm just saying, her mama looking for her, her sisters looking for her, they probably, her dad, they pleading, they doing vigils and all of this, and you got the tote. You got it. Talking about you didn't know what was in it. You never asked. But you moved the tote. That's another thing he did. He picked the tote up in his Escalade. Then he had another car. This is why I think it's gonna be some type of reasonable doubt to twist it on him, which is what I would do as an attorney. He takes the tote that she supposedly gave to him and takes it and put it in a car that he had won. Like, how you at work and sometimes they have like those little car auctions and stuff like that at your job. So he had won this car at work some kind of way. And so the car was parked on his job site. And they had told him weeks ago to come get it. So now he decides, I'm going to come get it. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. But what he does with the car is let me tell you how scandalous this guy is, though. I ain't even told y'all the big part. Like, y'all ain't even heard nothing yet. This guy take the tote, put the tote in a car that he got, and take the car and store the car at his friend's house. You heard me right. He don't even take the car. No, he take the car and put the car somewhere else. He don't even he know what's up. He done put somebody else in it. He know what's up. The guy is wild, y'all. The guy is wild. And I understand why they gave him the little deal they gave him or whatever, but I think that he should have they should have did something with him, because I believe that's gonna be the reasonable doubt. When this case start, I'm telling y'all guys, I'm gonna watch the case on Court TV live so that I can come back and give y'all updates to what's going on whenever it starts. Just depending, because see, it's gonna take longer for the court case to start now because they upped the charges on them today. Now they are charged with first premeditated. Oh, he definitely knew everything. He knew what was in that tote. He knew all of it. And if he did it, he's just stupid. I mean, even to say you didn't ask, it's like you didn't need to ask because you knew that girl was missing and you knew she gave you this tote that was all taped up. So, I mean, if somebody is missing, and it's candlelight vigils and everybody is saying they was last seen at your house and you give me a tote that's all taped up, I don't really need to ask you what's in the tote at all. As soon as you give me the tote, I might as well go right to the police station with it and say, hey, this lady who a person was missing from their house, yeah, but no, right. This person want to, no, I'm not gonna do it. And if I did do it, like if I really did do it, like if I was the one to take the tote, like come on, y'all. I took the tote because this is my friend of 20 years. I took the tote. I did not think that she would be involved in anything like that because that's what he said. He said, I took the tote because I didn't believe that she could do anything to anybody. So I didn't think she had anything to do with the girl's disappearance because I didn't think she could do anything like that. I would have took the tote to the police after 2 days because I wouldn't have kept it no more than 2. You said 2 days. 2 days you would have been coming to get it because this girl is still missing, and I probably got her. It's pretty obvious. Lala, it's pretty obvious. Like these criminals is getting wilder and wilder. Common sense just ain't that common no more for real. Common sense just is not that common anymore. Just total wild. But I am going to be y'all eyes and ears on this case. I have my my notifications set up for Court TV. I will be monitoring this London Thomas case so we can come back and tell y'all what's going to happen. They're being tried together, but they have 2 different lawyers. So they are being tried together at the same time, but 2 different lawyers. They're both being charged with the exact same crime. So the mom, I don't know. I don't know that the mom gets off at all, But like I said, if I was an attorney, I'd blame your boy, the 20-year-old friend. I would say he's the one that did it. Isn't it true that you were lurking outside of Mrs. Pendergrass's house because you wanted to see her so bad? Isn't it true that you seen Lyric walk out and you tried to give her a ride? Isn't it true? Exclamation point rumors, y'all. Exclamation point rumors, y'all. You know I'm playing with it. Well, that's what I would do. I'm just saying. I'm only saying what I would do. It's not nothing that they said happened. I'm saying this is what I would do if I was the attorney. Isn't it true? I would put it all on him. Isn't it true? Isn't it true? Isn't it true? So, the other case that we are following, y'all, is the D4D case. And we're just waiting to see what's up. I think he's going to be indicted. Him and his friend, Noe or No, they're going to get indicted, both of them. They got something to do with it. They did it together, allegedly. Look, she don't look, she got, I wish I could show y'all her in court like she is, but they both got they doing like this. I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna be able to make my stream work while I'm able to show y'all stuff, because it just didn't work today, but I know I can do it because I did it last week. But it's something that's, I don't know, but they both of them doing this like fast. But y'all, did I tell y'all this too? It's methamphetamines involved in this. Yep. And if you ask me, the mama probably used too. Allegedly. I don't know. They just got these, like, they was blinking all fast. Both of them at the same, like, it was real weird. Like, it was very, very noticeable. They was like, just wow. Yeah, so while we wait on this one, we'll keep our eye on the David and Celeste case too, just to see what's going on there. And that was the front case we talked about last Friday. And we'll just be finding some ones to, catch y'all up on. I'll make sure I update y'all on the Isaiah Ross case, to see what they're going to do and when they're going to start trial over for that. And then maybe we can watch that one. And maybe even do, once I get the rhythm, we have a watch parts of people's testimony, and then we can have a dialogue on the testimony from the way we hear it from the people, which would have been nice to do today, but y'all kind of heard about the case. So, and I had another one set up, but I was like, ain't no use in playing that one, because y'all didn't get to see it. Because if I'd have played the second one, y'all would have seen all the blinking, because they was doing like this. But you can find it on Court TV. Shout out to Court TV. Yeah, so once again, everybody, thank you for joining my stream. It's been beautiful. Everybody that hung in there with me, everybody that came, everybody that liked, everybody that is looking forward to this whole Domesticated Me true crime series, where we are going to be opinionated. We ain't gonna start no rumors. We just gonna tell them. Because if y'all run with what we say, we don't know, we ain't talk to nobody. Family members, we ain't talk to nobody. We just seen it on Court TV, and all of that stuff be alleged. And even after they guilty, it's still alleged, but they got found guilty from the evidence, whatever the evidence that the jury said was the evidence they took. So, and some of them we might not even like, but a lot of these things that is happening is just weird. We got to stay in prayer for our young adults, because it's something happening right now, y'all, with these young adults. And it's really like, and I could say that about the young adults now. They really, anybody in the 25 and under group, there is an attack. Something happens for me. I'm just going to straight out say it. Y'all know me, spiritually, with these children. There's something happening with them. Very, beyond the fact that, the drugs. That right there is wild. And most of them be on drugs. I was surprised Isaiah and them wasn't on nothing. All they did was, do plant medicine. That's what they said. Said they didn't, and no other thing was found, so they didn't do anything harder than plant medicine. It's at an all-time high. I know that COVID had a little bit to do with it, Lolo. Altogether, COVID really did have a little bit to do with it, but this is wild what's happening with these children. And this one right here, the mother and son duo, she had to be on something too. And that's all it is to it, to even participate. Because, like I said, if I'm going to participate, it's just me and my son, no, I'm not trying to put anybody else in it. That's the dumbest thing to do. Especially if that's what you're trying to do, protect your son, you do not call your friend of 20 years and put him in it. That's how you got busted, lady. Who do that? It's stupid. And if you don't have a shovel at the house, or you don't have all that stuff that you need to do whatever it is you need to do, then you probably should just turn yourself in and say it was a big old accident. Or they're going to say that she overdosed. One or the other. I think, Hey, Nia. Make sure you hit that like button and watch the replay. We had fun today, girl. Yeah, Nia. We was talking about 2 cases today. Isaiah Ross got found guilty of 2nd degree for the transitioning of Devin, Mr. Devin. And it was the jury was split on the lyric. So they're going to have to retry him on that one. They came to an impasse, and the judge asked them, do you think if you deliver it a little bit more, you can? Nope. Nothing we can do. We stuck. There's some people that definitely believe that Devin could have been the one to transition lyric. Yep. Well, thank you guys for joining me. And we had 4 total people in here today. And I love all y'all. Thank you so much for coming. Share the video with your friends. We are going to be here every Friday for True Crime on Domesticatedme. And Journey Talks is going to start on Saturdays. Yes, Saturdays we're going to be doing Journey Talk here on Domesticatedme, and we're going to have special guests on Journey Talk. And guess what? You could be a special guest. You never know. But anywho, y'all make it a great day out there. And y'all know why, because it's a great day to make it a great day. And I'll see y'all later. It is Friday night. No telling what you might get into. Thank you. Thank you on the roads with the roads. Y'all know what else would my bestie say about me? But I did an excellent job. Then tomorrow she'll tell me the truth. All right, y'all.